This is the MacBook Air M1. It came out in 2020, and now, 5 years later, the big question is it still worth buying it? Real world performance, battery life, what it can still do, and who should or shouldn't buy it today. So, why the M1 MacBook Air dropped in late 2020, or when it dropped in 2020, it changed everything. It was Apple's first Mac to ditch Intel chips, and they moved to their own M1 chips and M2s and M3s and M4s just for their branding. And it brought massive performance gains, better battery life, but no fan, just silent, cool operation. It was built in a slim design that helped change much physical, but under the hood, game changer. And to this day, it's still one of the most loved MacBooks ever. I know a bunch of kids that have it. A lot of college students like these MacBooks. But yeah, I would say it's pretty good. And so, how does it hold up in 2025? Everyday stuff, it's still excellent. For browsing, streaming, Google Docs, Word, emails, all buttery smooth. It's the best you can really get for a cheap MacBook now. You can have up to like 15 tabs open in Chrome, run Spotify, and still edit like photos in Lightroom with no sweat. Light creative work, I'd say it's pretty capable of doing. It handles 1080p video editing and Final Cut, and it also handles CapCut pretty well. I would know that. And then, but basic photo editing in Photoshop or Lightroom, no problem. But if you're working with a 4K plus video or a big 3D project or heavy multitasking, you will feel the limits, especially if you are on the base model 8 gigabytes of RAM. And that's the basic bundle, and I'd still say it's pretty good, but you might struggle a little bit. Alright, so now we're going to be talking about battery life and thermals. One of the biggest wins with the M1 MacBook Air is the battery. Apple said up to 15 to 18 hours and in real world use. I still get 10 to 12 hours easily, and I've had this for like, I don't know, 5 years. That's with Wi-Fi, medium brightness, and typical use. And because it's fanless, it runs basically completely silent. Even when you're editing videos or just downloading big files, it's just cool and quiet. Pretty easy. Alright, now let's talk about the design, because that's where time has started to show. Still rocking the wedge shape and thicker bezels from pre-2021. The webcam is only 720p. Meh for 2025, which is not the best. Most webcams I use are 4K, 1080p, maybe even 2140p, which those are all good, but 720p is not the greatest. But it does just have 2 USB-C ports on one side, so yeah, you might need a dongle, but it's super lightweight. It has a sharp Retina display with the True Tone and P3 color, and it feels premium. No doubt, it still looks and feels like a MacBook from 2025, which is really good for something made in 2020. And let's just pull up a picture of what the iPhone looked like in 2020 compared to a MacBook in 2020. Look at the difference. And then, yeah. So, is the M1 MacBook Air still good in 2025? Let's answer that question. I would say absolutely. It's fast, it's silent, it gets insane battery life, and it still feels great to use every single day. If you find one in good condition with at least 8 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage, it's still one of the best budget MacBooks you can buy today. Because now MacBooks are, I'm pretty sure, ranging from $1,000 to $2,000 to maybe even $3,000. For just a little bit more the specs for stuff today. But just know its limits, and it'll treat you well for another few years, I'd say. But now, let me know in the comments, are you still using your MacBook M1 or thinking of getting one new? And if you found this helpful, give it a like and maybe consider subscribing for more honest tech videos just like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.